Chat, am I live? Today we're gonna be reacting to this video. It's called TikTok
clones for years. The
conspiracy
military has
theories
confirmed
keep getting
cloning.
worse.
Just because you aren't knowledgeable or aware of it doesn't mean it's not real, honey.
Ladies and gentlemen, today you're going to learn some distressing information. If you're a big fan of 2000s pop stars, and you've been having a funny little feeling, a hunch recently that some of them might be getting turned into clones, today I'm going to show you some proof that that hunch might just be correct. And when I say proof, what I mean by that is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard a human being say. I feel like there's a lot of content that I cover on this channel that I have a love-hate relationship with. I love that it exists because it's fun to talk about and it's entertaining, but I also hate it because knowing that not only the content itself exists, but also the people who make it, makes you so mind-numbingly frustrated that you just don't know what to do with yourself. And I think smack dab at the top of that list, the pinnacle of my love-hate relationships, is TikTok conspiracy theories. Because my god, do people say some stupid shit on that app with their entire chest. I've covered a lot of TikTok conspiracy theories on this channel, where when somebody explains their reasoning for believing them, you just want to sit them down and ask them, where did it all go wrong for you? What should I avoid to prevent ending up as stupid as you are one day? Now that might sound kind of harsh, but I mean, we've talked about people who don't believe in the sun on this channel. They think dinosaurs never existed. They think that the entire universe is controlled by mantis people. We've seen some pretty silly stuff, but I think the ones that bother me the most are the theories that have the most bare bones, straightforward, in-your-face explanation of all time that people just choose to ignore for some reason, and instead run with some crazy shit like, I don't know, Jessica Simpson is a government clone. That's right, boys and girls, we are once again visiting our old friend Alex Surf's tea, and her most recent theory that she has, quote, proof for that human clones exist and they walk amongst us. This is one of those things where all we can really do is just sit back and enjoy the ride, because anybody this deep into La La Land is just a little beyond help, I think. What's not beyond help, however, is you getting your hands on a limited edition August the Duck buildable figure. The pre-order window is closing in 9 days, and once those 9 days are up, they are gone for good. So if you want one, time is ticking. All right. With that being said, however, let's not waste any more time. Let's learn about these clones, baby. Please subscribe.
You cannot tell me we did not take a time machine back 25 years ago. Because you're going to tell me, actually, this isn't just a whole new dimension, because Jessica Simpson never looked like this. I don't know what is going on here, but you see how skinny she is? Tell me it's not giving Christina Aguilera skinny. Tell me it's not giving Paris Hilton skinny. Tell me it's not giving clone AI, literally made in a machine in a lab, skinny. This is insane to me.
Okay, so this is the first video that I could find that Alex made on Jessica Simpson, and I don't really understand her obsession with this woman, but she has one. This might sound kind of harsh, and I don't really mean for it to sound that way, but I think it's a fair thing to say. These videos, and just saying and believing shit like this in general, anybody who would say this, not just Alex, it makes me think you're a dumbass. Jessica Simpson is a 45-year-old famous woman who got famous when she was 19. That is like the prime candidate for a person in Hollywood who's going to get pressured to get a lot of work done to look like their 19-year-old self forever, or at least for social media. It has been documented, especially with like the Kardashians, that a lot of women will get work done, usually pressured into doing it, to make themselves very easily editable for Instagram photos. That's all this is. This is Facetune and Photoshop and airbrushing. You've got to be kind of stupid to not know that and to think it's a fucking clone. Like, seriously, there's something wrong with you if that's your first instinct.
The fact that these women are coming out of the fucking workshop looking like this, and y'all still think it's just Ozempic, it's just the fillers, it's just the cosmetic surgery. Like, please be fucking for real. You're gonna tell me that this person, look at, even in her prime, she was like, this is in 2001, okay? So I don't know how old she was in 2001. Early 20s, maybe, if that, 18, around there. You're gonna tell me she looked like this, but now at like 40 something she looks like this? Like, you guys, I can't be living amongst this many brain dead people, please.
No, you're the
Alex, I think you should be sent to a federal fucking prison for having the gall to say that. You're calling us brain dead? Okay, I want to really hammer this home. She's making a video, okay, about how Jessica Simpson looks too good on social media, how she can't look like this, how if she really looked like this, it means she's coming out of a factory, she was made in a workshop, she's a clone, okay? Please really, really take that to heart. Because if a person says that, and then they see pictures of Jessica Simpson out in the wild that aren't edited, that aren't made by her team, and she looks completely different, you'd think the natural response would be, oh, it's obviously just Facetune, right? Yeah, obviously she got work done, but it was work for social media for stuff like this on purpose. So even though they're trying to make her look like a 22-year-old on social media, it's obvious that it's just social media magic. This is what she looks like in real life, because it just doesn't translate to a camera out in the wild, right? Yeah, that's what you'd think.
You guys, we need to talk about Jessica Simpson. Or like this Temu version of Jessica Simpson. Who is this? Why does she look different every time we see her now? It's giving duplicate, it's giving replicated, it's giving a multiple, like Mickey 17. So all of these pictures are around the same date. So this is her performing at South by Southwest, which is looking more like the original Jessica, a little bit of a fluffier face. She's looking like she got some work done, but not as the bad work that she had done before. This is how we had seen her previously. You see how her eyes are like sunken in.
Should I upload this to YouTube?
What is that highlight? This contour, her lip looks absolutely nothing like Jessica Simpson. Here's the original. Here's the original at her prime, looking like a cutie patootie. Everyone's gonna say, well, duh, she was young then. Well, duh, she hadn't gotten all that work done yet. Right, this is what she's supposed. This is the same outfit that she's wearing in that picture, and she looks nothing like that. Like this.
Yeah, what? Why does it look like that? Yeah, what? Why does it look like that? Yeah, what? Why it's really, really, like really weird. I'll probably figure out how to fix it next stream. Yeah, what? It's really, really, really
is the
weird.
Same day and outfit as this.
Okay, so I let that play out a little bit more than I normally would because I just wanted to make sure you guys get a full grasp of how stupid this thought process is. So first, she looks too skinny, too young, too much like she's from a workshop. And then she's out in public and she looks like a normal person. And suddenly now it's a case of she looks different in every single picture she takes. It's not really a mystery that if you take two different pictures and they have different angles, different lighting, different camera lenses with different focal lengths, different facial expressions, that they might not look the exact same. I mean, seriously, like, what's the conspiracy here? Is it not a universal human experience to go out with friends and see a picture of yourself by the end of the night and think, holy fuck, do I actually look like that? I mean, like, holy shit, how stupid do you have to be to where somebody has a bad angle picture of themselves taken and your first thought is not, oh, that's just not their best angle. It's, oh, they've been replaced by a clone. Like, holy shit. Calling me brain dead? Get a grip.
Another thing I noticed is how she makes out with the microphone. Why is she trying to suck up the top of that microphone? Literally everybody in the comments was saying, can you back off the microphone? I'm sorry, but that was not Jessica Simpson singing. Let's look at Jessica Simpson when she used to sing, you know, at her prime. Again, now you guys are going to say, oh, she's been through a lot. She was an alcoholic. Sure. But let's just compare.
Okay, so I can't show the super in-depth comparison because I'll get copyrighted, but again, you're just kind of showing off your lack of knowledge here, Alex, and that's okay. You don't have to be knowledgeable on everything, but you should not use your lack of knowledge as an excuse to imply that somebody is a clone. Not just imply it, just state it as a fact, actually. First of all, the whole making out with the microphone thing, that's just how you use a microphone. Right now, I'm maybe like a half an inch from my microphone. If I go back to like 5 inches where Alex probably would want me to be, this is what it sounds like. So yeah, you just kind of have to make out with a microphone, especially
like,
good ones,
what?
because that's just how you use them. Also, to compare the singing voices as evidence that it's not the same person. And then preface that by saying, I know you guys are going to say that she's aged 25 years and she's done hard drugs that entire time and has drank that entire time, as if those things are somehow not going to affect her voice. Just the mental gymnastics that these conspiracy theorists go through are insane.
I feel like I'm with a VMA legend right now.
I mean, it has been a while since I've been to the VMAs, but yeah, I feel like I grew up going here.
What's it like to be back here presenting?
I mean, I could not be more excited, to be honest. Like, I just had a show 2 nights ago for the first time since 2008.
Come on.
And I literally felt like my soul caught on fire. Like, I cannot wait to go back out on stage again. It was like a resurrection or something.
So a few things here. She's going to bring up the fact that Jessica says this like resurrection and soul on fire stuff later. And she's also going to comment on the faces that Jessica Simpson is making, as if she's not making the exact same faces. Should I believe that you're a clone because of that, Alex? I don't understand. I don't get the rules yet. But whenever a celebrity says something like this, or like makes a joke that sort of hints towards conspiracy theories, people like this are always quick to say, oh, they're not even hiding it anymore. They're putting it right in our faces. And then when they deny things and when they say things aren't happening like these theorists are saying they are, they're just like, oh, well, they're just puppets. They have to say that. They can't say the truth. It's like, pick one. This is the problem with conspiracy theorists. This is what happens when you only believe things that feel right to you. You'll end up with the most inconsistent belief system of all time.
What's it been like for the kids to see Mom back on stage?
They are very proud. I was just FaceTiming with them right before this. They don't really know. Like, I haven't done much entertaining. My oldest is 13, so it's been a while.
Did they get to see this tonight?
They did. I got the approval from the kids. They love my outfit.
Okay, so that was scary. That was scary.
Really? What was scary about that? What was scary about a celebrity who may or may not be under the influences of cocaine, we can't say for sure, giving a friendly and cordial interview to somebody? Oh god, she talked about her children liking her outfit, the horror. I mean, like, what? How do you live like this? It's gotta be exhausting.
And I've been talking about Jessica Simpson, you guys. I told you she came to me in Palm Springs. She was giving me a message. Right. Do you see it now?
What?
Do you see it now?
Are you
I find it interesting that she said that she hadn't had a show since 2008. Hey babe, so like you've actually been performing all over the place. You actually even peed yourself on stage. So I don't know what version of Jessica Simpson this one is.
Okay, so again, this is just one of those things where I think these conspiracy theorists, they just choose what they want to hear, what they want to believe, and the rest is just noise. Obviously, clearly, when she said she hasn't performed since 2008, she meant like on a big stage at a major show, and she hasn't. That's another thing I kind of wanted to touch on. Like, no hate to Jessica Simpson, far more successful than I am, but in 2025, she's kind of irrelevant. When's the last time you heard about fucking Jessica Simpson? Why is she being chosen to be a clone? You know what I mean? But yeah, like, she has not had a major tour or a major performance since 2008. You can't just make shit up because you want your version to be true.
But her eyes were scary. It looked nothing like her.
Yeah, if
she
it
does
looks
not
like
remember
I'm
that she
looking
has
to
been
the
performing
side,
left
it's
and freaking
because
right,
my
and she thinks
monitor
that she
is
just
over
started
here
performing
where
in
I'm
2000, or the last time she performed was 2008. Girly pop, hey girly pop, hey girly pop. Why didn't nobody pick up on that? And her eyes looked like she was cocked out. I don't think that she was. I just think the version was malfunctioning. So for everybody.
Oh my god, why are you talking like this? Jesus. I don't understand why conspiracy theorists like this always think that they just get to like decide reality. Like they just get to decide what is real based off of nothing. You're telling me that in your head, Alex, it is more likely that a celebrity who's been open about their substance abuse has some sort of malfunctioning endoskeleton that's making their eyes tweak out instead of them just having done something that's making their eyes a little bit wider than they normally are? Really? Or the even more likely answer that this is just like a side effect of plastic surgery. Your eyes get wider once you get a facelift. But okay, clone malfunction is more likely than coke or plastic surgery. Okay, whatever.
I thought I was crazy. I do got crazy eyes. Okay?
I mean, bro, what
because
am I talking about?
yeah, when you see it, it's kind of hard to unsee it. I'm the crazy one. I told you guys she came to me in Palm Springs because it's all being exposed. It's very obvious. And did you hear her saying it was like a resurrection? It's like right in your freaking cara. Yeah, right in your freaking cara. Right in your face,
What-
bitch. Right
what
in your
are we
fucking face.
talking about?
Again, this makes no sense. You were saying she got cloned a fucking year ago. If she just got cloned 2 nights before this event, does that just mean everything you were saying a year ago was bullshit? She wasn't cloned yet? That was still the old Jessica Simpson? Or do you just remember what you said in the last 24 hours and just disregard any of the bullshit craziness you've spread in the past? Because that seems like the path someone who is unable to take any accountability for the insane shit they spew on the internet would likely take. Anyways, we could sit here and do this all day because she has just way too many videos talking about how people are getting cloned, but it's pretty much the same old shit every time, and I don't think anybody wants to see any more of this. But like I was saying, I don't really understand how a person ends up here. Like, it gets to a point where the internet for these sorts of people is like a genuinely dangerous place because they can find people who share their delusions, and then this is the end result, I guess. When the people saying, hey, so that's actually just Facetune gets drowned out, and you have 100 people saying, yeah, you're right, Jessica Simpson did get cloned because she doesn't look the exact same way she does on Instagram, you end up being a person who believes this shit for a living, which has got to be healthy, right? Well, guys, what are your thoughts? I never really know how to feel about these things because I feel like something terrible's got to happen for you to end up believing this kind of shit. So, like, I always kind of end up feeling bad for these people, but at the same time, like, not really, because you can't go onto the internet spewing this shit, spreading this shit as fact, and then expect there to be any sympathy towards you when people call you out for being a fucking dumbass. Maybe one day we'll learn that Jessica Simpson really has been a clone this entire time, and I guess at that point I'll put my foot in my mouth, but until then, I'm pretty certain it's just shitty Facetune and shitty plastic surgery. Might be hard to believe, I know, the clone explanation's a lot more grounded in reality, but I've got to live my truth. See ya.
Reality. No one gets cloned, bro. You don't even have the technology for that. What are these recommendations? Chat, that's the end of the stream. Bye.